Yo, 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 yo. This is Paradigm Shift. I am Marlo, your host, your spiritual guide, your motivator. I'm here with Motivation Mondays, baby. This is the first kind of series, the first episode of Motivation Mondays, if you will. And obviously it's about motivation. You know, my videos so far have been very spiritual focused, which obviously I'm always going to go back to. I love that aspect of what I talk about, but you know, I grew up like kind of self-motivation, self-help is what got me into the spiritual world. Even though that side of it isn't my number one priority, my number one priority is always going to be the spiritual side, the inside. But I think it's great to be motivated sometimes. You know, you really got to be in the moment. Obviously, I'm going to talk about this non-motherfucking stop, and you might get annoyed. You might think, bro, stop saying that. But it's because we have to drill it into our being, into our heads, into our souls, that inside comes first. So all this motivation, all this, let's get hype, let's go, is secondary. But I think it's still valid, right? Anything is still valid, but you just need to know it's secondary. So motivation, you know, I want to come at it in also a spiritual way, but you know, there's things that we want to do in our lives, and maybe we don't have the motivation to do them. You know, a lot of us are just too scared. We're too fearful. We think that we're not good enough. You know, there's this thing in us, maybe I'll get into this now, but it's the pain body. Eckhart Tolle, that's kind of his thing. Like, that's how he calls it. I think other people refer to it as trauma. But it's something inside us that actually has been passed down since the beginning of mankind. All this pain that has accumulated over the years actually gets passed through the generations. And you can even feel it in certain countries that have a lot of pain, right? So countries that were devastated in World War II, countries that have had a lot of wars that are still very tumultuous and hard, they have a very extreme pain body. And what the pain body is that thing inside us that is always telling us we're not good enough, that we're small, that we should be scared, that people aren't going to like what we put out, that we're not going to be good right now. We need to wait until the future, right? And we all know the future does not exist. The future is only a concept of the human mind. It's something that we project into our universe, and it can cause problems, right? If all you're thinking about is a negative future, right? You're thinking, I'm not going to have enough money. I'm not going to be healthy enough. I'm not going to be whatever, right? We can project that. Or this is even a more simpler term, is like, excuse me, you're invited to a party, and that party's coming up tonight. And all day you're at work, all you are thinking about is how I'm going to fuck up at this party, is how awkward I'm going to be at this party. Nobody's going to talk to me. Man, I'm so fat right now. Why didn't I work out for the last month? Right? We're projecting anxieties into the future that doesn't exist yet. The party hasn't happened. And we're constantly living in this future world, right? We're living in this future world. How does this even count, or how does my talk right now even count as motivation? Because when you are in the moment, when you are present, when you are not thinking, when you are here using your senses, as I've talked about before, feeling the air rush into your lungs, using your touch, your sound, going into the moment through that, you're here. You know, everybody likes to talk about confidence, right? They gas themselves up. It's fake. It's just feeding your ego, right? Bro, if you start thinking, I'm the shit, I can get any girl. Yeah, I'm gonna destroy that dude in ball. I'm gonna knock that dude out. I'm the best in the world, right? You inflate your ego. It's false confidence. It might give you a boost, right? It might give you a boost in the right now. But the more and more you do that, the more you inflate your ego, the more and more you're going to need that. The more and more you're going to, when you don't win, because your ego thrives off feeling better than everything else, right? It's the difference. Ego is that thing inside you that it makes you think that you're feeling powerful. You think that you're better than everyone else, but you're not. The truth is, we are all the same, not just humans. Everything in this universe, everything in this world you see. Bro, this microphone, you might think this microphone is just a microphone, it's nothing, but it's made out of molecules, right? That's why humans treat animals poorly, because we look down upon them. We don't think they're on the same level as us. Imagine an ant. Imagine a ladybug. Imagine a spider even, right? Those things are nothing to us, right? We kill them just like that. I gotta say, I've done that too. I don't like spiders, right? But the fact is that a motherfucking spider is the same as me. We're all in this world together, right? So our egos get boosted, and then we start looking down at people around us. We start treating people like shit unless that they fit our mold, right? Unless the girl, the guy, the person is beautiful. You ever notice these people who are physically beautiful, they get treated better than anyone else? You wonder why. It's because our egos believe that they are actually better than us. So we look at them and we treat them, oh, they're beautiful, they're a superstar, right? Nah. Our whole world is based around that. And how can this help motivate you, right? Because I'm telling you, you are good enough right now. You deserve beautiful things. You deserve what you want. You deserve everything you want, right? You do. There's no, unless you're doing horrible things, right? Unless you are on the negative spectrum and you're hurting people, killing people, destroying lives, right? Then the fall is going to come, right? Karma is going to hit you. But I'm saying, you know, people with, say you want more money, right? You're struggling right now. You want more money because you're living in a shitty place, or maybe you don't even have a place for yourself and your situation is not good and you need a car. And there are all these things that you want, but some of us, we deep down inside, our pain body is telling us, it's talking to us, and it's telling us, you're not good enough. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve a relationship. You're trash. You have no clue, right? And then so our egos come in, and then our egos like the gases up and they tell us, yo, 5 months from now, a year from now, you're going to be the shit. You're going to be a king, bro. Nah, the truth is you're good enough right now. You might not be healthy. You might not be 100%. You might not have a six-pack, right? You might not be physically beautiful out on the outside. But if you have this peace inside you, people will notice, right? And we need to know, man, this is going to be another video. I want to talk about social media. I want to talk about North American culture, obviously, because I live in North America, we're so focused on the outside. We're so focused on how you look, the shit you wear, how hot you are, what does your body look like, right? But these things are going to diminish. And then what are you left with? Your ego is going to gas you up for 10, 20 years because maybe you hit the lottery and you are a really beautiful person on the outside. But if you're not working on the inside, if you don't have that peace, that likability, but that aura, that presence where you're chill, you treat people like they're all the same, right? I know a lot of people, and I used to think this too, where I would judge people on what they have. Do they have money? People with money I would treat better because I'm wanting something from them. I know they got something, right? Ooh, maybe I could go on a trip with them. Maybe they're going to have parties. Maybe they're going to invite me to cabins, right? We look at everybody and we assess what they have. That person is good looking. They're beautiful outwardly. That's some big points right there, right? We're always looking at people and we're judging them not just for bad things, but for the good that they have, for the quote unquote good, right? North American culture and a lot of other cultures in the world are so into material, outward beauty, and we like to think that that's number one. When does being at peace ever come in? When does being present and being a good person and loving, right? Love is our base as humans. Love is the true root of everything in the world, especially in our world. And in the world that we have it on earth, love is our base. And only when thought comes in is when we start hurting others, when we start taking down and deforesting, when we start polluting the planet, when we start dropping bombs because we're scared that another country is going to come in and drop bombs on us. So it's just a never-ending cycle, right? So how does this motivate you? How does this all come in? Because you now know that you are good enough. So when you are working on your passion, right? Just for instance, I have this podcast, I have this YouTube channel, and sometimes I feel nobody's watching it. Sometimes I feel I should have thousands of subscribers now. But when I go into the present moment, I realize I haven't really put in enough work yet. And those 50 people who are watching, even if they watch for 1 minute, I need to be grateful of that. I am grateful for everyone who takes time out of their day to watch my show. Because in the end, I know my purpose, my passion is to actually help others. And you'll notice once you start doing something with a core values that connects with this universe, connects with this world, connects with helping others, connects with giving people positivity and love, then the rewards start to come in, right? But you have to do it for enough time. You have to give it enough time and effort and energy and pour that in there before the universe even the universe takes a while compare relative to our time, right? The time of the universe spans I actually don't know the numbers, but millions of years, billions of years. We live on this earth for 100 years max. So sometimes we ask the universe for something and it doesn't give it to us because the wheels take a long time relative to our timeline. They take a year, they take 2 years. And then sometimes 2 years down the road, you get what you asked for 2 years ago, but you already forgot because now you want something else. Now you want blah, 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 right? That's why I'm always coming back to being at peace, being in the moment, being here without thought, without thinking, without all the bullshit, thinking about the past, thinking about the future is your priority. It's the number one thing. And the things will, like the money, all that stuff will come. And by the way, if you're going at it just for the money, you might obtain that money, but then you will realize once you get that money that you're always going to be wanting more, because money is just an outside thing, right? It's not going to make you feel at peace. It's going to give you a high for a month, for a year. But these material things, they leave us. Anything material in this world, whether it's your body, your good looks, a person, a relationship, money, a car, a computer, a phone, these things are all material, and that's why they are secondary, because they all dissolve, because they all go away someday. So we hold on to this shit like it's everything. And sometimes we never actually realize that it's just icing on the cake. I'm not saying stop wanting or liking or having fun with material things. They dissolve. You got to know that you don't own anything in this world, whether it's a relationship, a person, your family, your life. Right? That's why we need to be grateful for the time that we have with anybody or anything, because it dissolves. And when you're in the moment and you're present, you start to realize, like, it's okay for these things to go. You may feel sadness for a time. You may feel hurt when a relationship ends, but it was never yours to have. You just came across somebody and you crossed paths and you shared some amazing times and you shared some hard times, and now it's coming to an end, and it's okay to be sad. It's okay to let it dissolve, because nothing is permanent. Literally nothing. I know that can be a shocking concept. I know it can be hard. Even I'm kind of feeling emotional now because, just kind of sometimes you think about certain relationships, certain people, animals, dogs, cats, whatever, right? They give you that emotion because you love them so much and you want to hold on to them, especially with relationships. It's like you want to hold on to them so much, but it's not yours to hold on to. Anyways, that's Motivation Mondays. I go into motivation, but we're talking spiritual, we're talking love. Be kind to others, really be kind to yourself. You got to be in the moment. How do we be in the moment? I'm going to do this at the end now. Take a deep breath. Feel that breath go into your lungs. Feel it exit your lungs. Use your senses. What are you hearing? You're hearing my voice. Hearing a dog barking. How are you feeling? I feel sweat on my forehead. I feel the hot light on me. I feel chapstick on my lips. What do you smell? I smell rice cooking. I smell Japanese curry. Shout out Aya for that. It's really good. I appreciate it. I really love it. What do you taste? I actually ate some cashews, so I can kind of taste cashews in my mouth. What do you hear? I just hear an ambulance right now. You're in the moment. You're using your senses to put you in the moment. And it may last 5 minutes, 1 second, 10 minutes, but you need to keep practicing it. There's other ways. I got to drop a video, just other ways how to be in the moment. This is the easiest way for me. And now I can and focus on details. When you're getting into the car, take a second and see a raindrop dropping down your window. When you're out in nature, even though nature is the easiest way to put you in the moment, to connect with the present, that's why we love it so much. Take time and really look at the trees moving. Don't think about it, just look, experience it. You don't have to label. When you label something, you say, that's beautiful. That's another thought, right? We don't need those thoughts, even though, like, we know it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But it's just there. It's happening. Watch a cat. Watch a bat. Watch a rat. All right. Have a good one. Really enjoyed this episode. I'm so grateful for you listening and being here with me. You know, number one, stay present. Everything else, it's all just icing on the cake. All right, peace.